Man, I don't care if this gets viewed, but you know what? I'ma say it anyway. Now, yes, we are obviously back in the car, yada, yada, yada. But you know what? Today's topic that I'm mainly thinking about right now, sub versus dub. I've been seeing that happening a lot, especially with like the season 3 of like Squid Game. I promise you I'll make a little thing like this here in a bit. But for now, I just got to get this off my chest for a sub versus dub with a little bit of a story, right? So back in my pizza, serving days, Gear 5 Luffy was coming out for One Piece. All right, everybody in that establishment, everybody at Domino's, all right, everybody at Domino's was like, everybody loved One Piece, right? Pretty much. And so I had this dude, Jahames, right? This guy, Jahames, he had asked me if I usually watch, One Piece in sub or watch it in dub. From people in the back, I'm talking about English dub and or Japanese sub, right? And so I'm like, well, I usually watch it, if I can, in English dub, right? And he's like, okay, to each their own. I will never understand that. I never understand the grand scaling about like, okay, pretty pathetic. And I'm like, brother, aren't we all watching the same show? Aren't we all watching the same show? No? That's what I thought, at least. I thought we were all watching the same show. Now listen here. I do watch Japanese subs, right? Whenever I can. Especially with the more recent One Piece, I have. Fun fact, 7th grade Dragon Ball Z, I think like to when Goku first met Hit, I don't know what arc that is called. I watched all of that in sub because dub was slow as Philip with the guacamole and a side of rice crackers, all right? But the point case to me that I'm mainly trying to say is that a lot of people always have, but yeah, ever since that Dragon Ball Z thing, I watched all of Super through sub. So I had to go rewatch it back in dub, and I was like, that's pretty good. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna sit here and judge your preferences or if you want to watch sub or if you want to watch dub. If you want to watch dub, that's fine. If you want to watch sub, I think that's fine. I don't like this weird grand scaling thing, and then someone's gonna be like, oh, well, it's because you can't read. Dude, look, here's what I'm going to tell you. I love to read, all right? My mom, for like about pretty much literally 3/4 of my life up to this point, has been an English teacher. I have sat there and had to look at flashcards and grammar. All right? Grammar. So much. So no, it's not the fact that I don't want to read. It's what if I'm eating my food and I just want to eat my food while also listening to the audio at the same time. And people heckle the people that also do the voice act. Now, I'm going to be honest. Okay, some people do generally do a terrible thing. Like, for example, some of the Squid Game dubbing. What on earth was that, bruh? But, like, some of the anime dubbing is good. Like, I don't get what's so wrong about that. Well, because it's in English? Dude, you speak English. If I take off those subtitles right here and right now, can you tell me what they're saying?
But swag, bro, the sheer, you could hear the emotion between these people compared to an English speaker.
Dude, put on original Dragon Ball Z when Krillin's death. I'm sorry for the spoilers. And Goku gets truly angry and ticked off. I mean, original DBZ. And you hear the sheer grit in Sean Scamille, whatever his name is, Goku, and you hear it. It's like, oh my goodness, bro. That's low-key crazy. Like, there are some moments, even in animes, where they just, like, it's like that oomph on their chest, you know what I mean? Even like what? My Hero Academia with, All Might, when he was like, I had to put my back into it. That goes hard, you know what I mean? Look, if I went to a regular Japanese speaker and I said, hey, what do you think about this person's performance in their own language? They more than likely would tell me a language I don't speak. But if we were talking like we could both communicate very fairly, then they probably would have been like, I mean, it was all right. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing. It's the same thing. I never understood. It's the same thing. All right? It's the same thing. It just doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? It just really doesn't make any sense. I'm pretty much putting this video for like a little discussion so we can like talk, back and forth and back and forth. But that's pretty much where my grand stand about it is. I can literally drag it on for 5 minutes, but I think you already get the point, all right? Like, if you like your anime and you want to listen to it, you can. If you don't, you want to put on the subtitles, you can. It just doesn't make any sense. Like, again, with the Japanese speakers thing, people don't really say too much about any other English speakers whenever they make like their own like TV shows or movies. But oh no, because it's a different dubbing. Now it's this whole entire grand stand of like, oh my goodness, I can't I can't do it. It's just it's honestly really dumb. Again, I'm not gonna drag it out. It's just honestly really dumb. I don't like the argument. I think it's a really stupid argument that mainly comes down to preference and taste, or which one do you prefer. I don't think it's like this overall, you must see it this way or you must see it that way. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, both people in their respective languages are really pretty much going to say, yeah, it was all right. You know what I mean? So, I mean, am I gonna be like, but there are some, obviously, like I said, there's some English where it's just bad. There's also some Japanese dubbing, which is bad, right? It's just, again, at the end of the day, preference, yada, yada, yada. But, yeah, I'm just keeping this one light. This part, a little light. This first vid out of like 3. I'm gonna keep it light, just letting it be for conversation. Because, the next one's also gonna be another rant, but it's gonna be about YouTuberson. Probably, or the Squid Game season 3, either one. But I'm just trying to at least get something out to like not even like some algorithm type of mess. I mean, just so like to kind of keep the videos going. Again, Kakarot is about to be done. Sorry that it's taking so long. It's just I had to get the gameplay footage and all this stuff, yada yada yada. Stuff happening in my life. Got to hurry up and do that. It's a lot of stuff, but I'm gonna still try to keep y'all up to date and not trying to slack on vids. So with that being said, it's Swag Brotherbrus. Me and you in the part 2. Saying to beware and take care.